Good morning students. My name is M. Sasikala, Assistant Professor, Department of English, KCS Kasinada College of Arts and Science. In this video, I am going to explain the Australian novel Seven Little Australians written by Ethel Mary Turner. Ethel Mary Turner was born in Doncaster in England. After her father's death, they moved to Australia. She started her writing career at the age of 18. Seven Little Australian is one of the best known work of Turner. Turner is considered Australia's best loved authors. She received many prestigious awards. This is the family pictures of Seven Little Australians. Seven Little Australians is one of the best Australian classical literature. The setting of the novel is Sydney in 1880s. The novel is about the adventures of the Seven Little Children of Wolcott. It is one of the famous children's novel in Australia. These are the important characters. The first one is Meg. Margaret is her real name, 16 years of age. Pip, real name Philip, age 14. Judy, real name Helen, age 13. Nell, real name Eleanor, age 10. Bonty, real name John, age 6. Baby, real name Winifred, age 4. The General, Francis Rupert Bernard, only child of stepmother Esther. Captain Wolcott is the father. Esther, stepmother, 20 years old. The novel Seven Little Australians is divided into 22 chapters. In the first chapter, the author has given introduction about the Seven Little Australians. She compares Australian children with the children of UK, USA, Asia and Africa. Australian country children are naughty because it is a young country and does not experience any sorrowful history. The story starts with the children who are having their tea in nursery room. The house and its surrounding has been called misrule. Meg is 16 years old, eldest daughter. She is a good-natured and responsible one. Esther, stepmother of 6 children and mother of General, is just 20 years old. She is a young and loving woman. After the death of Meg's mother, Captain Wolcott married Esther. After marriage, he decided to send all his children to boarding school. But Esther did not accept that idea. Pip goes to grammar school. Recently, they have shifted to misrule. Children like the place very much because it has lots of water, garden and paddock. Chapter 2. Children are having tea in their nursery room. Pip looks unhappy because his parents having roasted meat, vegetables and rice pudding for their lunch. The guest Colonel Bryant joins with them. But Meg reminds him that they had lunch at 1 p.m. Moreover, they have thick bread and melting butter now. But Pip goes down and gets roasted meat and returns. Next, Nell and Bonty too go down and ask in front of the guest. This irritates Wolcott. Esther also feels sad about children's behavior. She tells them that they will be beaten with broomstick tomorrow. Chapter 3. Captain wants to give punishment by telling the teacher to give French verb test. Later, the idea is dropped. Next day, Esther comes to nursery room. She scolds Meg and Judy for being untidy. She further says that they cannot go for pantomime and should stay at home for their bad behavior. She said they have to do their work sincerely to please their father. Immediately, all of them try their best to please their father. Pip is doing mathematics in front of his father. Nell brings mulberry and milk for her father. Judy is mowing lawn. Meg is also doing something to please her father. Captain is impressed by the neat work of Judy. He thinks that Judy is a sharp and clever girl. She looks different from others. Her mother always worried about Judy when she was alive. Then kittens were washed by child. This makes Captain terrible. But Bonty tries to put everything right, but it doesn't happen. Captain scolds his wife for all these and she cries. Chapter 4. Judy is not happy with their father. Children disappoint as they couldn't go to pantomime because of their father. The tickets were sent to Digby, Smiths and family. They think Digby children would enjoy the fun. That day, Pip has to give court to his father at the barracks. Esther has gone out. She has told Judy to take care of General. Judy joins with Pip along General. They have to come back in the tram to the quay and then they have to get a boat. They reaches Barrack Hill foot. Thereafter they can go to Captain's place by walk. Pip is not happy to go with General because he wants to go to aquarium during his return. Judy gets an idea. She keeps the coat in her father's room first, then General on the bed. She tells soldiers who are standing there that her father's parcel is ready and leaves. Both Judy and Pip go to aquarium and enjoy the day. But Pip is not happy because Judy left General in his father's room without informing him. They reach barracks to take General from there. But it is informed that General along with his father left for Misrule. Both of them are afraid of their action and reach Misrule. They get nicely from their father. Captain decides to send Judy to the boarding school. Chapter 5. Judy's luggage is ready in the hall on Monday. The incident happened on Thursday. Meg cries. Pip refuses to take his breakfast. Judy did not expect this arrangement. Esther kisses her sorrowfully. She even requested to change his mind, but he refused. No one knows what to do. Judy's face turned white due to fear. Esther and Pip lift her into the dog cart. When the cart is ready to leave, she gives her final request to her father to allow her to stay. But he doesn't accept. Finally, the horse starts to move. Chapter 6. Now the story moves around Meg. Meg, 16 years old, is beauty conscious now. She becomes friend of Aldith McCarthy in a French class. Aldith lends many novels to Meg to read and enjoy. Aldith criticizes Meg's waist and advises her to do some exercise. By the advice of Aldith, Meg started to wear tight clothes. One day, Aldith tells about the Courtney brothers who are traveling in the same boat. She further says one of the Courtney brothers is interested on Meg. Chapter 7. Meg is in a room most of the time. She trims her hats, reads novels, alters her dresses and especially has beautiful dreams. After French class, Aldith comes with Meg in the same boat. Two Courtney brothers and James Graham are also in the same boat. Graham is Aldith's close one. Both of them often exchange letters. Graham's close friend is Andrew Courtney. He marks attention on Meg. Alan Courtney, another one, tall, broad-shouldered, and a university student who never distracted on anything. One day, Aldith informs that they cannot meet for 1 month in the boat because of holiday. James suggests to go for a walk somewhere one evening. Meg initially refuses, but later she accepts the idea. They have decided to take a walk in the bush paddock, which belongs to Misrule, and should return before the dusk. Andrew said to Meg that he wants a kiss from her on that day. Meg is not interested. The day has come. Meg afraid of her father and wants to delay the plan. So she writes 2 letters. One to Andrew Courtney. She asks him to meet her at the end of the paddocks where bush grows thickly, and further tells him not to kiss her as she doesn't like the idea. In another letter, she writes Aldith about her plan and asks Monty to give the letter to Aldith. To Andrew, she gives little Flossie Courtney, sister of Andrew. But Flossie gives the letter to Alan instead of Andrew. In another side, McCarthy receives the letter, but she sends a letter to Meg through Monty that she cannot come out because of severe cold. but Monty doesn't give the letter to Meg. Chapter 8. The dusk has fallen. Moon shines brightly at 8 o'clock. Meg comes at the end of paddocks. She sees the dark figure who leans against the fence. When she comes closer, she shocks. It is not Andrew, but Alan. Alan advises her not to spoil her life. He praises her and scolds because of her friendship with McCarthy. Meg cries, but later both shake hands. Finally, Alan advises Meg to leave McCarthy. Chapter 9. Meg enters her house. Nell tells her that Dr. Gormeston, Mrs. Gormeston, and their 2 daughters have come to stay here because General is ill. She goes to meet them. She wants to entertain them by playing music. Suddenly, she faints. Father is very upset. They have noticed that she is wearing tight clothes as per the advice given by Aldith. Esther cries when Captain blames her for not noticing this. Later, he consoles her. Chapter 10. This chapter is one of the most important one. Judy has been seen by Bunty. She has crossed 77 miles from her school. Bunty wants to tell this to everyone, but Judy asks him not to do. She asks him to bring some food to eat. She wants to stay in shed for 7 days and leaves to school afterwards. No one at home. Pip and Nell gone for fishing. Esther has gone out. Meg is in her room. Martha, the cook, is doing something outside the kitchen. Bunty manages to get something from the kitchen. He reaches shed and gives to Judy. But Judy couldn't eat anything. She looks very tired. Bunty decides to call Meg. Students, from chapter 11 to chapter 22 will be continued in next video. Thank you, students.